Good evening, everyone, and welcome back again to our webinar series of VR, AR, MR, and metaverse. We discuss all the futuristic technologies in our webinars. So we had our series 1, we had our series 2, and this will be our shortest series of all those because we are only going to have 2 episodes of this series. And today's webinar topic is going to be very interesting as in previous webinars, all we have discussed about the possibilities, the future scope, the implications, and very few real life utilizations of these technologies. But in today's topic, which is going to be related to retail sector. So here we'll be having in-depth understanding about how AR, VR, and MR can be enhancing the retail industry. So without getting into any other difficulties and most prominent solutions in the retail industry, that is what we are going to discuss. My name is Mohammed Imran. I'm working as project manager in Devin Creative Solutions. I have more than 5+ years of experience in VR, AR industries. I have been closely watching the industry grow from budding stage to an expanding technological aspect. So, without any further ado, let's get into the topic. This is our topic today, and the virtual reality revolution. And we are going to explore how the retail industry can be revolutionized utilizing the benefits of virtual reality and augmented reality. So, what is AR VR in retail industry? Mostly we used to believe that augmented reality, virtual reality, this belongs only to the research sector, the gaming sector, the entertainment sector. So whenever we talk about AR VR in retail industry, most of the people are like puzzled, like what are we going to do with AR VR in retail industry? But indeed, AR VR plays a very prominent role in retail industry. Not just like one or two sectors, it can affect in a very positive way, booming the boost of the sales in retail industry. So how can we use AR VR in retail industry? The thing is that any and every product needs marketing, and we can boost that marketing by having immersive advertising. That's number one. We can increase the sales by engaging the users. That's number two. Number three, we can give the users, the customers, an pre-experience of the product even before buying, so that their decision-making skills regarding that product stays stronger, or if they want to go for a different product. This makes customers make their decision prominent on buying the product. So if I go on saying like this, there are a ton of benefits of AR VR in retail industry. So as you can see on the screen, I'm just giving you a short example of how AR VR can be utilized in the retail industry. You can visualize a product right in front of you if you are planning to buy that product, and this will be very helpful for the customers. We might be knowing, so the first thing will be coming in our mind that whenever we go for online shopping, we see the product, images and everything. Why do we need AR VR in the retail? Let's consider that you want to buy a table. Let's consider that you want to buy a sofa set. It could be a TV, whatever it is. So having all the images online doesn't give you a prominent understanding about the product in real life. So what AR VR does is it will spawn the product, a 3D model of that product right in front of you in real time. So what happens is like you wish to go for a product, it could be a sofa set. You tap on the product and you tap on the screen, then you tap to scan the floor, and now you are ready to spawn the sofa set right in front of you in your living room. And not only just that, the customer also have the flexibility to change the color, the texture, the design, even the entire module, just to see that if it fits his need. And by doing this, the customer will be having more options to explore, to understand, and then to decide what he needs. And because of this, there is a most prominent chance of customer making the sale. So here are a few of the examples of how AR VR can be utilized in retail industry. As you can see, you can start with try-on. These are the examples of the try-ons. So you can start on trying on the dresses which you like. You can just simply swipe to change the dress, change the design, change the color. What here happens is like the AR camera takes a measurement of your body virtually and will suggest you clothes based on that. You can go choosing for the designs, choosing for the colors, patterns, it depends on you. So not only just the apparel industry, you can even go for the jewelry. As you can see on the left, you can virtually try on the ornaments, the jewelry, the watches, the accessories, and see whether they fits you or not. And this way, the users can interact with the products even before buying them. So there is this one issue with the online shopping which always happens a lot, is like you buy a product intending it to be something else, and once you receive the product, you're not happy with the product because there's a difference between the image and the real life product. So the AR try-on gives you a benefit of trying it on yourself right before you buy it. So the customer retention will be continued as the customer is satisfied because he knows very well what he's buying. It's not just go for the jewelries, for the apparels, for the shoes. It could be any electronic item you want to wish to purchase. So this is how the AR and VR are capable of boosting the sales, enhancing the customers, and providing them an immersive and interactive experience. So is VR and AR only going to be beneficial for apparels and like for small things like jewelries and shoes? Absolutely not. Big tech giants also use augmented reality, virtual reality to promote their products as well. But that is going to be our episode 2. We'll be discussing in depth in clear understanding that how tech giants are also using augmented reality and virtual reality to promote their products, to utilize their products, to give the user a very immersive and interactive experience. So, do we actually have any benefits of AR VR in retail? We might be finding it as like, yeah, it's very immersive to have a product being showcased in front of us. But what are the actual benefits of AR VR in retail industry? We can have the enhanced customer engagement here. As you can see, just before I said that just swiping the clothes which you like on any of the online platform is way too different than actually seeing that spawn right on you and looking around like if it fits, if it goes along with your choice. So you are giving the customers an opportunity to engage with the product, to try it on them, and then decide whether to go for it or not. So by doing this, the customer retention will be increasing more than 70%. Improve customer decision making skills. This too we have had a short description, but now let's go on to this one. As you can see, we can spawn any number of furniture, and we can literally have this interior design done all by ourselves before we do any actual buying. So here the customer will be having more options. He can choose the color, the design, the pattern, the size which fits him well, and then he can opt out for buying those items. And so this is one of the very interesting concept and one of my favorites when it comes to VR, AR in the retail industry, the bridging of online and offline shopping. I myself preferably like offline shopping, but at the same time, I want to understand the benefits of like what we have in online shopping. For example, if you go on to some online stores and you try to shop something, you will be having all the details of the product, the weight of the product, the dimensions of the product, what does the product contain, the product warranty, the manufacturing, everything. And what if the product has any offers on it. But at the same time, when you visit a mall, these all things have to be done by yourself. Now imagine that you have an augmented reality application and you are entering a mall, a shopping mall, and you just have to turn on your application, look at the product, and it will be giving all the important details which are necessary of that product. It could be a food item, it could be cosmetics, it could be apparels. So by doing this, I will be having much more control on what I'm able to buy and not. For example, if I'm in the mall and I'm at the ground floor, I still don't know where to find the gaming consoles. By using the AR track on facility, which is in the AR applications, what we can do is like we can have a digital map guiding us to the particular store where I want to do the shopping. By doing so, the retailer is not losing a customer because it is very flexible for him to find the directions in a huge mall, and it is very flexible for him to understand the products without the help of any sales guys, all by himself. Increased sales and conversion rates, this we can easily understand. As I said previously, whatever maybe the offers are available. For example, let's consider a good example here. So let it be like this. That you visit a store or shopping store and you want to buy some monthly groceries. Let's have this as an example, monthly groceries. What I used to do is like I used to go through multiple applications, seeing what are the offers and what are the best places to buy, going through the review and everything, and then finalizing a product. And in the end, I will not be able to understand that if it is a good to go product. But if I have an application which tells me that what are the offers on the products and what are the reviews of the customers on the product right then and there in the store before I buy, this is going to create an immersive experience and also a knowledge booster to me on the products which I'm buying. So by doing this, I'll be more confident on what I need to buy, and thus increasing the sales and reducing the confusion in customers, like whether they have to go for the product or not. And yes, it is definitely cost and time saving. I can't imagine myself standing in the middle of a mall and not able to understand where to go, which aisle to go to find a particular product. But having an MR and AR app, this will be much more helpful for me, which can guide me to that particular product, also informing me regarding the offers which the product has and the benefits the product has, and is it suitable for me or not. All these things can be done all by myself without waiting for a sales representative to do that for me. So this is definitely cost and time saving, and that is the reason we opt out for online shopping, because we like to save a lot of time. Traveling to a particular mall and then choosing the products to buy is a huge hassle. So to reduce that, we opt out for online shopping. But still, most of us do like shopping, offline shopping, visiting the malls, understanding the products and buying, but that's a huge time consumption. Using an applications like these will be much more helpful to save a lot of time and a lot of money, because I can compare 2 to 3 products of same. It could be like some cornflakes for the breakfast. I can have 3 brands right in front of me, and the application will be showing me the prices of the 3 brands, the nutrition values of the 3 brands, and the offers the 3 brands are giving. So it will be very easier for me to understand which one to go for. So by that, I'll be saving a lot of time during the shopping. And what does the retailer gets in return? It's not just the conversion of the sales which is making. Yeah, that's definitely a beneficial thing for the retailer. But to run a successful business, you should have the retention of the customer. And the retention of the customer can be only possible by having a good analytical data. So just imagine you own a mall and you have huge number of products, but you don't understand that what is the supply and demand rate, and what the consumer are preferring to choose a lot. Let's consider a chocolate, for example. You have 10 different types of chocolates in your confectionery aisle, and one of the chocolates is selling more, the other is selling a little less. But still, when you are having an application which gives them a briefing about the product, at the same time you will be getting the details of the customer, like by the review, by logging in for offers, and you will be having a complete analytical data of understanding how the product is making the sales. So depending on that, owner of any particular sales and retail store can make particular changes so that he can develop his business, because data plays a very prominent role when it comes to business development. And competitive advantages. This is a very simple one, yet a very important part here when it comes to VR and AR. I would like to give a small example here all by myself. When I was in Hyderabad, there were I used to visit hotels and restaurants a lot, and trying out food is one of my best hobbies during the weekends. And all of a sudden, we came to know about a new restaurant, and it was just opposite to the restaurant we normally used to go, me and my friends. That restaurant had a menu card, and that menu card was augmented reality menu card. Like, you just have to scan the code, and then you have to scan the product which you want to buy, and you can virtually see the product right in front of you. If you're going for a pizza with extra toppings, or if you're going for a burger or like a King Mac burger, you can actually see the product right in front of you before you order. This is one thing. And they asked us to scan and log into the application so that we will be able to have this immersive experience. Me and my friends had a wonderful time there. At the same time, while logging in, we are providing our information to them, and whatever the things which we are ordering, and the next time what orders we are going to put, and this will be help them to collect the data and retain the business even further. So applications of VR and MR and AR, even the meta, plays a very prominent role when it comes to the retail industry. This is just the beginning of the retail industry, where AR, VR is being utilized, and we will be further going in depth, understanding like how things can be much more powerful in coming future, as huge tech giants are already using AR, VR in their retail sectors. So this is it for now. I would like to know if any of you have any queries regarding the topic which we have discussed. Yes, please. I would request you to put your query in the Q&A. I'll be more than happy to answer to the query. Okay, guys. First of all, thank you for joining. And our main intention for we have a query here. Our main intention for these webinar series is to create a complete understanding format on how VR, AR are implicating our lives from day to day. And not just that, what is the future scope holding for it? We want to create an entire series where you have an understanding from the beginning of what AR, VR is to, and to the future end of how AR, VR will be helpful to the society. How do you market the virtual reality headset to the public? Does it make people comfortable to wear them in public? So it's not just about utilizing the virtual reality headset used in the marketing, and preferably I believe that this question is regarding the headset and not the retail industry. So still I would like to answer. How do you market the virtual reality headset to the public? I hope the question is implying here that usage of headsets for the marketing. In that case, it is for the product visualization. Just imagine having an interior design done for your home, and all you have is like a plan. An engineer can understand a plan, an interior design can understand a plan, but what about the customer? How can he understand that what his home is going to look like before the interior is done? All he has to rely on the images and the perspectives of the engineer and the interior designer. Just imagine having a headset and you can look around, scanning the empty room, and then trying on different options to understand which interior design goes well with you. So that is how marketing can be uh, benefited using the virtual reality headset. At the same time, using that in public, that's a different perspective again. We are yet to see the future. We are seeing new devices coming out, and in future they will be like very light, very compact devices, and we will not be feeling like we are wearing some bulky headsets. But I do believe that virtual reality headsets are going to be like our integral part of our life from day to day. The same way how the mobile phones have become an integral part of our life. How much training does it takes to usually to train someone in VR? It doesn't take a lot of time to train someone in VR. You have to understand the basic settings. It would take around like 5 to 10 minutes of the max. After that, once the user get habituated to the 3D environment, it will be like an easy go. So it's definitely not that difficult. From my personal experience, when I first used the device, I was pretty sure that it's going to be very complicated, but it took me around like a couple of minutes to understand how easy it is to use these devices. You have to grab and pinch if you want to hold an object, and you have to teleport to move. There are like n number of options that makes user very comfortable. What are your vision pro initial thoughts? At the moment, I don't have any thoughts, but yeah, when Apple Vision Pro was launched, I definitely thought of having a webinar series just on Apple Vision Pro. This is definitely going to be a game changer in the industry. With the release of Apple Vision Pro, the market for VR, AR, and the scope for VR, AR is going to expand in a rapid. So I do believe that this is a wonderful opportunity for the industry to develop even furthermore. So I will be seeing, along with everyone, the rapid growth of the industry sooner. I would like to know if you have any other queries. But I'm desperate from my side, in a personal way, to try the Apple Vision Pro. But it's still not available here. That's the only reason. All I can do is wait. But definitely, once I get an opportunity to experience Apple Vision Pro, then I'm definitely going to have a webinar, particularly exploring the Apple Vision Pro and all the features in the Apple Vision Pro. How can I be a brand ambassador for VR AR products? How can you be? Anyone can be a brand ambassador for VR AR products. The only thing is like it is an open source one here. If you are owning a VR AR company, then you can definitely be the brand ambassador of VR AR. And I would like to see that. It will be really great. So, thank you everyone for joining. This is a wonderful time. And the queries also gave me some insights on understanding how things will be working great. So we will be meeting back again in our episode 2 of VR, AR, and its revolution in retail industry. So a short brief description about myself before we end the webinar. I'm Mohammed Imran, working as project manager in Devden Creative Solutions. So in Devden Creative Solutions, we have been working on with AR, VR, MR, and metaverse technologies, and on different projects as well. I would request for a couple of minutes here. Seemingly, I'm having some network issues. I hope I'm still audible. In that case, thank you for joining. I wish everyone has a wonderful and great day. Let's meet again on episode 2. Have a great day. Thank you for joining. Signing off, Mohammed Imran.